This is going to be one of those I'm disappointed with myself videos. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. I just did a thing I hate doing. I've done it more than once. I haven't done it very often, but this does happen a little more frequently now that I'm trying to record more than one whiskey video at a time. This is Old Elk, specifically an Old Elk picked by Irene Tan, aka Whiskey Mentors. It is called Sweet Cheeks, and it is coming out at 58%. Now you're thinking, why? Well, what's going on? Why is this a bad thing? Well, you'll note it's already open. I did a whole video and didn't record it. I didn't push record. So I will try to remember what I said and reiterate it back to you. First of all, look at these shoulders. This bottle stands out on a shelf, whether it likes it or not. And I think it kind of pushes the rest of the bottles aside. It's like, no, this is my spot. Get out of here. And of course, I'd like to talk about this cork. It looks wonderful. It looks sturdy. And of course, I have to show the top. How very patriotic. The 2 elks, the OE, the fired barrel. Awesome. As you can see, there's still some in here. But I'm going to pour more anyway. Might pour a lot more because I'm so frustrated with myself right now. We'll just... There. Let us begin with the nose. All right, initially last time, for the whole video I did that you can't watch ever because it doesn't exist, I was getting a sapling green note, but it isn't standing out as much this time around. There is a musty cellar note, kind of in the back, and a nice brown sugar, like a dark brown sugar. So the nose is not something I am big into like some other bourbons, but as we do here, don't judge a whiskey by the nose. With that said, onto the palate. This doesn't drink like the palate, but it is spicy. My initial experience with this was that on the first sip, these spices just danced across my tongue. It was very enjoyable. For this sip, hold on the palate and see what we can find. Oh, it still does it. Whew. Okay. It explodes. And like in slow motion, it's all baked goods, specifically apple turnover, gingerbread. There had also been a tart cherry note. I'm not getting it as much this time around, but it is in there. Again, I'm having a lot of things that seem like they're in the back. Like there's first this kind of dense, heavy brown sugar sweetness and vanilla, and then that musty note, which is also in the back with that tart cherry. When I said that, unfortunately, my brain also went to strawberry Pop-Tarts. I'm classy. All right, hold the palate again. See what happens. Yeah. My palate's getting used to this due to the unfortunate incident, but it is still a flood of baked goods from autumn and a few that come around the holidays later in the year. So Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, all of those. I can see it in my mind, just like a entire table full of autumn baked goods. Another note that I found amusing first time around was I said brown sugar Pop-Tart. So as someone who hasn't had a Pop-Tart of any sort in years, I don't know why those are showing up, but I'm not surprised they're showing up in here because this thing screams sweet pastries. And as a wheated bourbon, this does not drink like that. The spices on this explode in such a way that I am somewhat astounded that this is a wheated whiskey. The only other time I can think of this happening is with Lone Elm, which are also wheated whiskeys, but they do not drink like wheated whiskeys. For wheated whiskeys, I often find it as a comforting one where, it's soft and sweet, but not overly spicy, not too heavily influenced by the oak. But for whatever reason with this one, the spices show up in force. And we're talking nutmeg, we're talking cinnamon, we're talking vanilla, everything you want in a bourbon. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.